Hello, hello. Welcome. Gonna wait for some people to hop on. I feel short today. I feel short. I have no shoes on. I feel short. I suppose that's okay. I'll try to make use of this after. It's a lemony, sunshiny kind of day. Boy, was it warm here. I totally washed and vacuumed my car and was a ball of sweat. So when I came home, I decided I was going to change and decided not to put my shoes back on. So I'm kind of feeling shorter today because usually with my shoes on, and I'm standing on a mat too. Ooh, we're gonna try something new today. Lord of mercy. We are gonna try something new. I'm gonna wait for some peeps to hop on. And I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Alrighty. Welcome. It is 7 p.m. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to the Crafty Creators community. Welcome to my channel, Design&Vine. My name is Michelle, and I live in North Carolina. So tonight's playlist up after me is Favi with Arrows DYI, and then we have Tammy with Crafty Peep and Kristy with Kristy's Crafty Cottage. I always have to think when I say that for some reason. Anyway, so I have these tea towels right here. I will hold them up close so you can see. I got them at Walmart and they were $4.97 a package. And if this works, I'm gonna make more for sure, but I only washed and dried 2, which is, there's 2 in a package, and I only ironed 1, so we have 1 shot at this. And my towel is ready, and everything that I'm going to do with the towel is ready. I just wanted to show you that what I'm doing on the towel, I will be using the leaves off of this Hobby Lobby lemon stem that you don't get where, well, it's sort of where the flowers are, but it's like they have the wedding aisle, and then behind the wedding aisle there's that specialty ribbon aisle, and I know that they're all set up the same, it's just where that section is in your store. And then the next aisle has like little things for gnome fairy gardens, for fairy gardens. And if you go further down that aisle, they have picks that are like grapes and apples, and that's where I got the lemons. And I actually like these lemons, but I don't need them right now. So I need the leaf, and I already cut 2 off. So I'm gonna put that aside. And then I'm gonna show you that I took 3 lemons, well, 2 lemons and a lime. This is like a medium-sized lemon, and I just cut off a small portion of one end, and I've had them, you'll see in a minute, I've had them sitting down on a face down like this on a paper towel. So I have my lemons. These are real lemons. That's why I couldn't use the other ones. And then I have a lime because your lime is a little bit smaller, right? So just to give you an idea of the size, I have my lime, my medium, and then I have my medium and my large. So I wanted 3 different sizes on purpose. And when I finish with the tea towel, I'm going to move on to this little board that I got for $4. I've already cut one side because I'm going to bead this. I'm probably going to take this off. But this had a spring expression on it, and I wanted to redo it with lemons, so I went ahead and prepped it already, and I put Waverly White paint, 2 layers to cover what was on the surface there. I'm also gonna take off the other side here. I really like the size of this sign, and you'll see why when I put it all together. So Michael's this week has fabric paint on sale. Not all of it, but some of it. And I'm going to turn my camera down now because there are some things that I need to show you. I'm going to turn this around. I went and I grabbed a bunch, and they didn't have white, so I couldn't use white. Front facing camera. Okay, so there are my lemons set up, kind of drying off on the paper towel here, and I keep moving them around so that they have a new drying spot. Okay, so these are the fabric paints that I went ahead and got today. This bottle, which is like the size of my hand, it's a pouch. I think it's so inexpensive because, yes, fabric paint. And, oh, really? Oh my goodness. Hi, Bethwin. Wow, it was $146 the other day, so 4 people came out of the woodwork. But that's great. So this is called Imagine Soft Touch Fabric Paint. And I grabbed mostly primary colors here. So I have red, I have blue, I have green, and I have yellow. They didn't have orange. I also picked up black, but I didn't need black. These were $1 a piece. $1. Okay, they're on sale this week. I think they're regular $1.99, but they were $1. And I've already used some of the yellow and the green, and they're still pretty full. But the cap goes back on there securely, and I'm probably just going to stick these in a bin I have, and they'll store nicely. I also picked up purple, and I also picked up pink. So I don't think we're going to be using those two. And the reason why I picked up red and blue, the reason why the red and the blue were important tonight is because I'm going to take those little leaves, right? And this is a first for me. So we're going to play together in the paint, okay? I'm going to take the leaves, and I wanted a darker green. Now, typically you would think if you want a darker green, you're going to go ahead and mix the black paint in with that. And I did pick up black, but I also went to art school, and something didn't register in my mind. I said, okay, think back. I know you have some memory loss here, but when you think of the color wheel, oh, I didn't know that. See, this is the first for me working, aside from Chalk Couture, where they have their inks and their chalk paste. I know how to use those on fabric and everything, but I've never done fabric paint on anything, so I didn't know that. But these were only $1, and probably, if I'm thinking, Liquitex maybe a little, it probably would be more expensive for this. Plus I had a $5 off coupon. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for $2. Okay. $2 plus tax. Yes. Welcome everyone. Anyway, so with the green, I needed it to be darker. And you don't mix black to get darker, okay? That's like a common thought, but you just don't. Oh, that's why you know all that. That's very cool. Very, very cool. Really interesting. I wonder if they're having some issues. So you can see this green came in a much lighter color, and I wanted it to be darker. So I put just a tiny bit of blue, and I didn't even use all of that blue. I would say I used half of a little circle, and I mixed it in, and I got this darker color for my leaves, okay? Then I wanted to go for a darker yellow because I just did. I know that this is lighter. This lemon is a little bit lighter, but I wanted more of a golden yellow because I want it to really pop off of my towel. So, and these are just tea towels. They're very, very thin. You can actually almost see my hand under that you can see my hand a little bit under that. They're very, very thin. They use them a lot at bars and clubs or bars anywhere, in restaurants, whatever. But I took a tiny bit of red, and you can see from the little circle that was there, I only used maybe a third of that red that's on the plate. And it gave me, like, that was like really quick. The green took a little bit more blue. I used about half of that. I only used about a third of the red. And if you want an even more golden yellow, you can use orange, but they didn't have orange, so I went with red, which you just have to use a little bit less of that. All right, so I've got my paint mixed up, and I'm going to move this aside. I don't think we're going to need any more. I'm going to move this over just a tiny bit. I just have it folded over on the other side. You can see there. And it's on, if you watched me on Facebook last week and last night, I said I save these all the time. This is one of the reasons why I save. They're great to put in between things when you don't want something to bleed through. So, yeah, we're going to give this a go. And I did press this. It kind of has that wrinkled look to it. I used my little Cricut mini iron thingy, and it took forever because I was too lazy to pull out my regular iron. So I just used the little one and took forever. Anyway, all right. So I have this picture in my head, but sometimes that doesn't go like we plan. So I don't know if you can see the edges, maybe against the white you can see a little better. You can see the edges on that are kind of, they have like a serrated look to them. You can see that a little bit better. And I'm just gonna I'm gonna give this one last stir. And then I'm gonna take a paintbrush. I'm not gonna just dip it in there, okay? I'm gonna take a paintbrush.
Shay's here.
Hi, Shay.
Charlene's here.
Hi, Charlene. Hey, everybody. Hey. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so I'm going to take a paintbrush and I'm going to rub it. I'm going to paint my leaf, okay? And there's a step after this that's really important. I'm really going to go in on the edges because I want to make sure that that serrated look really comes out for me on the towel. I'm going to put my paintbrush down for a second. I'm going to throw this in my water. All right, so I've got a big leaf and I've got a medium leaf, and I didn't get any paint over here. I feel like I'm finger painting kind of. All right, so I'm going to move my yellow paint for a second. And can you see? Yeah, you can see. All right. Y'all, I've gotten paint on my keyboard before too. Hi, Janice. All right, so I'm just going to I painted this side, okay? I'm going to turn it upside down and I'm going to blot it off on my paper towel, because when I lay it on here, that's what I want, but I don't want blobs. So I want just a hint of my leaf on here, okay? So I'm going to make this one go this way. I really am kind of finger painting here just a little bit, aren't I? It's kind of fun. Yay, it worked! Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Y'all, I've never done this before. When I try something new, I get it doesn't take much to get me excited about stuff. Especially when it comes to crafts, because I love crafting. So when something works, when you're crafting, it's like super nice. All right, so I'm just gonna dab that off just a little bit. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to kind of go straight up with this one because I don't want them all going in the same direction, right? And then I'm going to get my little one and then we're going to do, so just make sure you get down the middle for the spine and come up and you've got your faint little image of a leaf. Now I'm going to take my smaller one. And these all came off of that lemon stem. I'll show you again in a second. Yeah, you can't see behind me because it's too little. There's one back there too, but hi JJ. JJ's here. Thank you, Bethwyn. One of these nights I'm gonna try and do that app that you all use, that other app. What's it called? Yay! So cute. So I know that it's coming out very faint and you may be tempted to just go in with the leaf, but I just really think it'll kind of blob too much. So I wouldn't do that. You really just want faint images of the leaf, okay? And again, I'm going to kind of go in a little bit different direction on this. Make sure you get down the center. All right, now I'll get my little wipe over here and clean my hands off. Now comes the fun part that I hope works. So this is the lemon stem, guys. This is the lemon stem I got from Hobby Lobby for $1.99, okay?
This is called Streamlab? Is that the one you were talking about?
No. It's Stream something, isn't it?
Who told you about it?
No, it's the one that everybody, StreamYard. That's what it is, StreamYard. Isn't that what Tammy and Kristy and all them use? Okay, guys, here's the big thing. Let's start with the medium one. Okay, let me get a new brush. And let's go right into the yellow paint here. And I have another paper towel waiting. And I'm just going to go over my lemon with my paint. Make sure you get it all around the rind and everything. Who's who? You can say it out loud. Oh, that's Bethwyn. Okay, so that's stamp number 1 and that's stamp number 2. And that's what we're going for. We want just a hint of the lemon.
Bethwyn gives you some really good ideas.
She does. Bethwyn is just, she's just a brain. She's so smart. Okay. All right, so I'm going to stamp off. Then I'm going to come over here. And right in the middle, I'm going to push down. You don't want to squeeze, okay? Because if you squeeze, you're going to get more of that lemon juice to come out. Now I'm going to take my little one and I'm going to paint it. This is so fun. I've been itching to do this all week. All right, one stamp off. And then I'm going to come over here and press down.
You doing the limes green?
You
doing the limes yellow or green?
No, I'm not doing lime at all. Yeah, I'm just doing lemons. So this is our super big one. And guys, even with the tops, you have different sizes because it graduates through the lemon. If I want a really tiny yellow one, I could cut it down here if I wanted to. So I may use some of the smaller pieces just so you can see. So I'm just tapping once and then I'm coming over here and pressing down like so. And I will hold this up for you in just a second. So I'm going to grab this one and show you. You can use the little bitty piece too, the end that I cut off. Whoops, over here. I'm going to stamp off. And then
said, yeah, it is StreamYard.
StreamYard, yeah.
So the one with the duck. She gets mixed up.
Yeah, the one with the duck. So I missed a little bit right there, so I just went back and completed it. Just angled a little bit. So I'm going to do one more set up here because it kind of just looks like a pear, and we as crafters know things in 3, right? So I'm going to come back onto my leaves, and these are not real leaves. These I took off of that lemon stem. How fun is this, though? My hands are getting a little dirty, but who cares? It's fun.
Said lemons and limes are expensive in Australia.
Are they really? How come? I'm going to go this way with the big one this time. Oh, I didn't stamp off. Let's see what happens. Oh, it just came out darker. Okay, that's fine. How come, Bethwyn? How come they're so expensive? Ooh, yeah. Oranges actually would give us a bigger, even a grapefruit. If you wanted a really big design, make those lemons stand out. So I could even come back with this and put words on it with my chalk ink. And
wow, $1.50 per lemon.
What? That's crazy. I have a little printable that I'm going to use in just a few minutes that said 50 cents for a lemon, and I was like, isn't that kind of pricey? I was like, I guess this printable, they're accounting for the inflation right now, but wow, $1.50. Holy mackerel. I mean, you know, $1.50 is $1.50. Dang, now I feel bad. I'm wasting these lemons. My daughter bought a whole bag of them the other day, and I don't think it was $1.50, but hers were teeny tiny little baby lemons, and I kind of wanted to go bigger on this towel, so I'm sorry. I just don't want to get the green on the yellow part. All right, so this time I'm gonna do the medium, and I'm just using the same. You can see if I squeeze this, there's your lemon juice, and I did do a little bit of squeezing before I laid it down to dry out a little. And it's only been like sitting on that paper towel for about an hour. As I was setting up, I went ahead and just laid them out to dry. All right, so I'm going to put this one over here. That's cute. Okay, and then I'm going to grab the lime. Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just go bigger over here. I'll do the big
We
one.
got wasps, but not those gal wasps.
What wasps?
Gal wasps. They have
Gall?
lemons, yeah.
Gall wasps?
Yeah, gall.
They're attracted to lemons? Oh. Yeah, if it's causing a problem. Do they, maybe they could grow them in greenhouses or something. I feel like that's coming off a little too much, so I'm going to add a little bit more. And then I don't care if this goes over the leaf a little bit. I'm just going to press that down. And when I'm pressing down, I'm kind of going around a little bit like this. All right, now I'm going to dry this off because this is the look. And really, guys, you could do anything you wanted to with this. You could bunch like 10 of them all together with just a few leaves sticking out here and there. You could do anything you wanted. You can come back and hot glue on some pom-poms.
Hi, Kristy.
Hi, Kristy. A strip of pom-poms. But these are just really thin Walmart. Let me show it again. Tea towels. So it's a really small bag. That's what it looks like. It comes in a bag of 2. And when you're done with this fabric paint, these can go right in the wash, just the way it is. I'm going to let it completely dry first. But, and I'm going to hold this up so you can see how it got a little bit of definition. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. And that's what I was going for. So before everybody hopped on, you see this little bit of red here. Let me just explain. This paint is $1 at Michael's, and it's fabric paint. And you can see the difference in the color on the plate from the pouch. So I put a little dollop of the same type of paint in red, and I only used about 1/3 of that little circle that you see there, and I mixed it in to give me a more golden color. Okay, I just had a feeling that this was going to be way too light once it dried, and you can see it's already starting to lighten up compared to what's on the plate here. It's already lightening up, so it looks more like lemons, and it's just lemon slices, so you really don't even need the leaves. I just kind of did that for decoration, because if you think about it, you're going to have leaves like with the whole lemon. And you can even paint those on. It's basically just a football shape, like our crafty brother was telling us last night. It's basically just a football shape that has more of a knob on one end than it does the other. And then you can just paint some white on it for some detail. And boom, you have a lemon profile. And I used a lime just so I could have a smaller version of the slice. And I painted it and I pounced it off. And then I used leaves from a lemon stem from Hobby Lobby. And for the green, to get the darker green, because this is what I started with, so to get the darker green, I added just a touch of the blue into it to make it darker. You never want to add black to a color because it muddies it. So black is not your darkening color. Hold on. Say what?
So, Charlene was asking how you're going to fix the paint so you can use it. How are you going to set it?
Oh, you don't have to. So with fabric paint, once you let it dry completely, I'll probably let it dry like overnight. You can just, if you put it in the wash, it won't wash off. You don't have to do anything to fix it on here. Hi, Nancy. All right, so let me clean my hands. This is basically what I wanted, but how cute would this be if you took the bottom and, let me make my screen bigger for a second. If you watched me on Facebook last night, I made this lemon garland that you see stretched across here. These little yellow pom-poms, they sell them at the Dollar Tree. And it's got an edge on it. And how cute would this towel be with those pom-poms? You could just use hot glue if you wanted to. Or you could sew it if you're a sewer and you have a sewing machine. You could do that along the bottom. All right, so I'm going to clean up just a little because that's my towel. That's all I wanted for my tea towel. And I wanted to show you just a really easy way. I know it's kind of a waste of food. And I apologize for that. I know the economy isn't so great right now. Hi, Robin. So I made way too much, and I'm not going to reuse my little leaves here. So, yeah, I've got more if I need them. So, that's all I had planned for my little tea towel. And I may add the problem. I know you understand the problem. That's still drying. All right. I'm just going to put those paints down there and get them out of the way. And I'm going to take my lemons.
That's what says not pom-poms. Crafty Peep calls them dingleberries.
I know she does. Is she on here yet? I don't do that. Oh, look. I got a little lemon. Oh, you can't see. I have a little lemon pattern on my board. Isn't that cute? So let me hold this up for you closer so you can see. Especially on this one where it's really light, you can see how the pulp in the middle and the rind around the edge really came out cute. Words are hard. They are. Yeah, you won't hear me call them that because my dad referred to something else as that. So, yeah. But it's fine. I think it's cute that she calls them that. So, Tammy is here. Hi, how are you? Okay, moving on. I'm going to put my paint aside, literally in the garbage. And I'm going to take my little sign. I'm doing 2 crafts, y'all. I'm trying anyway.
That's what I want to know if that's what the bottle says about the setting of the paint, that you don't have to do anything.
The bottle doesn't say that. Let me have Joe read it real quick. I Googled how to fabric paint, and that's what it told me. So let me have Joe read it, because if I have to heat set it with something, with some parchment paper, then I'll do that. But how cute. And it didn't go through because I used that cardboard. So this will be a cute little addition to all my lemon stuff. I'm like addicted to lemons now. I've had so much fun. So this is my top. And I'm gonna staple.
It says, dry flat for 4 hours. Fabric can be washed after 3 days.
Oh, after 3 days.
Inside out before washing.
Rinse inside out. There is no inside out.
No, turn inside out before washing.
Right, but there is no.
72 hours.
So, what was the first part of that again? I'm sorry.
It says dry flat for 4 hours.
Dry flat for 4 hours and then let it air dry for 72 hours.
Fabric can be washed after 72 hours.
Fabric can be washed after 72 hours. All right, I'm not going to cut the other side yet because I got to string beads on it. Okay? But I am going to leave a little extra because I can always cut it later. And I love this stuff because it's so skinny and it's coated. It's called natural polished hemp. I got it at Walmart. Okay. I need to put a little hole in the bottom so I can put it on my little spindle thingy over here. All right. So let's go ahead and I'm going to leave this to dry flat over here somewhere over the rainbow behind me on the floor. We're going to get started on this. So I have, thank you. Oh my gosh, they're amazing, Kristy. I already put just one quick brush and layer of Waverly Maize on my beads, okay? And they've been sitting over here drying. I just have them on a skewer. And I reuse these. So these are not your average beads. I picked these up on clearance at Michael's. They were in a... oh, here it is. There's different colors, and then in another jar, there's ones that have like carved lines through them. And let's see if I can They all came together in one bag, and I think it was like $11 or something. Yeah, I don't know where those are. Yes, I do. Here they are. Oh, okay. So they came with these. I'll just take a few out. So there's some round, and then you can see the ones that kind of look like little pumpkins. They have the divots, the little, I don't know what you call that, they're carved beads. And I got all of these, which I've used a bunch of them before for $11. All right, so on this, I used Waverly White to cover what was on the front of this. And I let that dry. And my printables, this time, I did not create myself. Got my little napkin here. These are printables from Wilshire Collections. I don't know if any of you know Stacy with Wilshire Collections. I'm part of her printable club. And I use Project Broadcast. I forgot to do that tonight, actually. I did it last night, but I forgot it. Corrugated. Okay, thank you, Kristy. Yes, Maize. M-A-I-Z-E. Yes. I'm a member of her printable club, and she didn't give me permission. I tried to reach her desperately. I like twice messaged her. She's a busy gal, though. I don't even know that she reads her own messages. She's got like thousands of viewers, but this is one of her most recent printable. This all came together. Everything you see here, plus this one, were all in one set. So all of the, except for the napkin and this, all came in one set, okay? This too. Check this out. I picked this up at Dollar General today. $4.50. How cute is that? Under $5. And I don't even know that I want to do anything to it except maybe brush the beaded area with white or something to kind of make them pop out a little bit. So I'm not going to use this one. I'm not going to use this one. But I kind of wanted to create a little vignette. And I'm going to use this one in here. And then, and this is a Chocateur box frame. But you could, I have some from Amazon as well. I bought a long time ago, I bought a package of 6 of these, and you can literally paint this your own color. You can do MCI inspired around the edges or stripes, edge it with a little bit of gold, and then put your printable in there. You may have to cut it down a little more because I think the inside of this is 4x4 and this one's 5x5. But even if I don't use this one, how cute would it be to Modge Podge? This is one napkin right here. It opens up into 4 little lemon slices.
What kind of printer do we print on?
I print on an HP.
Inkjet? Is it a regular printer or a laser?
You know, I don't know, but I did print these, and they came out really nice.
Yay.
But just to take one piece of this and just the single ply and mash it in there so that until it fits, and even just the piece of it, to have that in there would be cute. I know it's an HP. Is it a laser jet or an inkjet? Is it just a laser jet? It's a laser jet. Honestly, when I bought yours, I think it was like $99. I got it for you for college, and that was years ago.
Yeah, that's one I bought on my own.
Oh, well then mine was that much.
Yeah, this was like a 200
200 and something? Okay, yeah.
But this printer's also old, so they're...
It's very old, yeah. I think we have the 8600, and there's newer, nicer ones out there. So ours is really old. Mine went down, and we couldn't get it to work with the wireless, so his is the same exact thing. His is even an older model, and I used it to print these, and they came out pretty vibrant. So but these are just adorable, and they went so perfectly with our lemon theme that I was like, I have saved 50 cents 50 cents with inflation. So I kind of wanted to put this in the middle. I'm kind of wanting, I know I'm upside down here, I got to turn it around, but I'm showing you. I love this teacup with the lemons in it, and then kind of center this, and I can even go over a little bit like that, and then bring this in a little bit, maybe shift the whole thing that way a little bit. I didn't want to put two things with words. I thought that would be a little too much, like if I did that. Squeeze the day, I thought that would be a little much. But these were all of these, and that other little yellow piece were all on 1 8.5 by 11 cardstock paper. So these are printed on cardstock.
Kristy says she loves this set, especially teacup.
The teacup is adorable. I love it. I love it. And I love this little 50-cent thing. All right. I'm going to turn these around. First, I'm going to put some Mod Podge down, okay? Let me shake up my Mod Podge. And let me lay my Mod Podge down. I'm going to grab a little chippy brush. I'm just going to go over my paint.
What? Yeah.
Of course you can. Ooh, painting right-handed, painting right-handed. That feels awkward. I'm a lefty. All right. Let me just see if that'll float there for a second. So this is the direction that I want to go in. And I want this piece to be centered. So I'm just going to eyeball and lay that down like so. Give it a good press.
Kristy's a lefty too. Kristy said she's a lefty too.
Are you? I didn't know that. Yay for lefties. Okay, I'm going to put just a tiny bit on top over here so that when this overlaps, it's covered. Actually, maybe I want the handle over here. I meant to cut out the center of that handle, but I didn't, so I'm just going to leave it. It's all good, right? It's going to be cute no matter what. All right. Let me just brush this a little better. Then I'm going to take my 50 cents, brush a little up here. And lay this down. And I'm kind of putting it in the direction so that the 50 cents reads straight across.
Where did you get that frame at?
Dollar General. Dollar General. I love how the corners are on this.
Say hi to Phyllis.
Hi, Phyllis. Hey, Miss Phyllis. So while that dries for a second, I'm going to go ahead and string up. Some of them stuck together because I had them on the skewer when I painted them, but that's okay. I'm going to leave them just, well, they cracked a little bit. And I wasn't like particular about making sure I got every single spot on these. But I thought that they were perfect, the shape, because they kind of look like lemons. We're all about the lemons. All about the lemons today. I'm going to cut that fresh so it goes through smoother. So today is a good day to smile, is what this says. And then this one says every day is a fresh start. Come on. Come on. There we go. Start fresh again. So if you're ever stringing, just keep cutting your I may have painted too many actually. The end of your twine to get it to go through, and you can twist it a little too, and it'll twist as you push it through. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So I'm going to cut a tiny bit again, and we're going to see if we can get these last 3 beads on here. I think we're good. Dollar General for the board, $4.50. Come on. Come on, we got this. I know, I don't feel like putting glue on it. I know I can do that. And it goes so much quicker. Why is this not coming out the other side? Zoiks.
Don't you have a bead thread?
Yeah, I do. I don't know. I forgot about it. So I'm just going to take a little glue on this. And it's my low temp glue gun, so I'm okay to just twist that like so and not get burned. It did stick to my finger, but it didn't burn. And I have one more. And then I've got enough to put it back on the back side. And before I do that, I'm going to take more Mod Podge, and I'm going to secure these papers down with the top coat. And it dries clear. Yikes, that was a lot. I might not need more on my brush. I'll just smush this around. That was a bit much.
Nancy's son just took his last exam. He's going to be a senior this coming up year.
Yay! All right, we're going to let that dry. I'm going to put that in the water. Yay, 14 minutes. Favi after me. Favi with Arrows DYI. With that Mod Podge. That's all right. It dries clear. We got it. All right. So I want this to be right about there. Grab my staple gun. I am staple gun challenged sometimes, because you have to, like, where it comes out is actually down here, so you can't line up the edge. And then I'm kind of weak in the arms, so it's like, and you don't want to get, oh gosh, you don't want to get, I got it kind of close to the edge there and it came right out. You don't want to get this part because it will, so you basically have this little line to staple on. But I told you, it's tricky. And then it makes a loud noise. It's kind of scary. But it's not. Okay. So we have that. Okay. And we have our little tea towel. And the last thing is this board that's already kind of got a finished look to it. And this is how easy it is to work with printables, guys. So tell me, should I do this one? Or should I go ahead and put a lemon napkin in there? Should I Mod Podge the lemon? Thoughts, please. What are your thoughts? Thoughts. Printable or napkin? Printable or napkin? Wow, thank you everybody for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and pull these plies apart. That was easy.
I like the printable better.
Who said that?
Nobody, I did.
Oh, you said that. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm doing it the old-fashioned way with my fingers here. So this is 3-ply. I thought it was just going to be 2-ply. Oh. You love both the napkin. That's so cute. Let me try the napkin, guys, because I'm real curious what it's going to look like. It's kind of one of those, you just kind of go with how it lays down, and I'm kind of curious what that's going to look like. So I'm literally going to cut this in half down the line. Try to be as straight as I can. And then I'm going to put a very thin layer this time of Mod Podge down. Come on, girl. I keep forgetting this is like a really, it's a really full bottle, and I'm like going in and grabbing too much. Okay, so I'm gonna try to cover this whole thing with a very thin layer because the napkin is rather thin. And then we're just gonna kind of lay it down and let it fall where it may, because it already has its own shape. So I think I got it all. It probably would be better to do the iron technique on here, but making sure I don't have a top and a bottom. So I'm just going to kind of go diagonal with this, and I'm going to fold down this little edge right here. And then I can literally cut off those pieces. Oh gosh, this is cute. That are sticking up with like a straight edge. I can go right along the edge. And how cute is this in a vignette, right? Just a little lemon slice. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me dry this. Oh, sorry. Ooh, I like that it's wrinkled too. So I am going to put a top coat on this. wanted to dry it just a little, and then I'm going to go along the very close edge on this and just take off that extra piece. Like so. Take the little corner off. And then, you know what? I'm going to Mod Podge on top of this now so that that comes off even easier over here. So it'll harden along the edge, and then I won't have to worry about getting more off than I had planned. Oh yeah, a lot of lemony goodness. Lemony snicket. I don't know where I heard that before, but I crack my kids up when I say it. I don't know what even it's from. I think it's like from something that Johnny Depp was in, like Alice in Wonderland, or the other one. No, Alice in Wonderland, I think. I'm pretty sure. Somebody said lemony snicket, and I just think it's so funny. So this is what we have. And I'm going to get those edges off. But how cute is that? Just plain and simple. You could even cricket some words over this if you wanted to. You could put it any direction that you want to. And you literally have all of this left. I don't know that looks more like a football than it does a whole lemon, but you could use it as a whole lemon if you wanted to. So let me just recap. We did our little towel with real lemons and fabric paint. So we just used the real lemons that are cut with fabric paint and stamped them. And then we made our little board that's still drying right here. And we did this instead of this on this side. But I also have that other box frame that I can use as well. So let me see if I can. It's still wet. What time is it? Okay, so I've got 4 minutes. Let's try to get this dry and stuck down. And you're gonna, following me, go over to Favi's channel, Arrows DYI, please. And make sure you hit the like button and follow me if you like what you saw tonight. Ooh, yes it would. Yes it would, Tammy. Lemony Snicket's a series of unfortunate events by Lemony Snicket. There you go. Bethwyn just has all the knowledge. Lemony Snicket. So it's a thing. I didn't make that up. I heard it somewhere. I knew I heard it somewhere. You could even make a little tiny messy bow, or even just a little just a little loop bow, you know, just 2 loops and 2 strings, whatever that's called. Just a normal plain bow, because I can't think of what it's called. And put it in a corner, any corner you choose. Hey, Favi, you're next. You're up next. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? So I'm trying to get off my extra paper here. I think I already got this piece. I just have to pull it out. Yeah. Grab it with the knife. Or my fingernail. Or did I Mod Podge it to the side? I might have Mod Podged it to the side just a little bit. I don't want to rip it. Y'all got Joe over here laughing. What are you talking about me?
No.
What?
Bethwyn's being funny.
Is she being funny? She's funny. She's a funny gal.
Start in Lemonsboro, then off to New Sunshine State, then back to Sunnyston, and
Lemonsboro.
finishing in Lemonland.
Oh my goodness. You're silly. That's funny though. Lemonsboro. I'm going to tell JJ that. He's going to think that's funny. So I took a little too much off over here. Dang it. That's okay. It's okay. You can even go in with a paintbrush and fix that if you wanted to. But I'm just going to secure this little edge down. It just kind of looks like maybe you cut off a little piece of the lemon on that corner. I can even smush this little piece off to correct it a little bit.
All right, got 1 minute.
1 minute. 1 minute to Favi. 1 minute to Arrows DYI. And tell her that Michele sent you. And don't forget to watch Tammy with Crafty Peep after Favi. And then Kristy with Kristy's Crafty Cottage. After that, yeah, I totally Mod Podge this onto the side. So I'm going to have to scrape that off, guys. I can probably get it with my little sanding thing here. Yeah. Without messing that up too much. I'll work on that with my fingernail. I don't want to mess it up in a rush or anything, but that's what we have. And you can hang some of these. You can do whatever you want in a vignette. I've got a garland over there. So 8 o'clock, head on over. Good night, everybody. God bless. Thank you for joining me. Hee, lemon drop. Martinis. Tammy, I need to come visit you. I need one of those. All right, everybody. Good night.